So, okay, let's see. What's going on today? Obama's a homo, apparently. That's probably the most interesting news the last few days. No, this is the weirdest story because, you know...
I agree.
I remember, I think it was 2009 or 2010, that story came out about Larry Sinclair, who was such a crazy guy that, of course, everyone just dismissed it.
And if everybody forgot that, that's this one right here.
I performed oral sex on Barack Obama.
And more.
And everyone ignored it. All the mainstream media totally ignored it. I think it might have come up on Sunday morning once or twice. Somebody mentioned it, and everyone completely dismissed it. We did not. We interviewed Larry Sinclair. He gave very specific anecdotes about the time he spent with Obama smoking crack and giving blowjobs. And then I think they got a hotel room and they had some pretty hot gay sex, according to Larry Sinclair.
At a Holiday Inn. At the Holiday Inn.
Where's the preacher? Don't we have a song about this?
That's all I can hear through my head.
Obama and Larry Sinclair had a steaming love affair. Obama and Larry Sinclair
Just made this up on
had
the
a
fly.
steaming love affair. Larry looked into the eyes of Obama, the Mac Daddy, and they put a spell on Obama, the Mac Daddy. Obama said to Larry, "Oh, you're just my style and my kind. Oh, you look like just what I want, my man, woman, and half whatever look to look like. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes."
What? Okay.
Obama and Larry Sinclair had a steamy love affair in the back of a limo and then at the Holiday Inn. They had a steaming love affair.
Why are you still singing?
I agree.
The question is, who makes up a better song on the spot? What was that, Reverend who?
Manning?
Reverend Manning or Stevie Wonder? Because Stevie Wonder made up the John Kerry song and the Obama song off the cuff immediately, and
Kerry,
and Reverend
carry us
Manning did the same.
We were headed in.
We need Carrie. I only have that short clip.
Wait, that's all we have?
That's the only short. Yeah.
You
What happened to the rest of the song?
You can't loop that at all either.
I guess I can loop it.
We had the whole song.
Yeah, but it never transferred over from the old building.
We transferred a drop and not a 25-second song. I think it was 26 seconds, actually.
I think this drop was given to me by Dan Evans because it was never brought out.
Dan
Evans.
What the hell? That's bizarre. Anyway, so it turns out there is some basis for the Larry Sinclair story. Is Larry Sinclair alive?
Ooh, good question.
Larry Sinclair reported they had this big evening of crack smoking and gay sex, and it was great. I mean, Larry Sinclair had a great time. He claimed Obama had a great time. So it was pretty much ignored, except by us and a few other people.
And Pastor Manning.
Pastor Manning, Reverend Manning, he gave some interviews. I don't know, why was he doing interviews? What did he have to do with anything? But anyway, Barack Obama, it turns out, was in a relationship with a woman named Alex McNear when he was 21. They both went to Occidental College in California, which is one of those hoity-toity private superstar academic schools that probably actually is a bunch of people whose parents went there and grandparents. It probably isn't that hard, but it costs a lot of money. So Obama was writing letters to Alex McNear because they were boyfriend-girlfriend, and I think they had split up at this point, or they were back and forth or something like that. Anyway, those letters have been in some library, but they're redacted, which is like, first, why would the letters be in some official place redacted? Well, it turns out, the reason we're redacted is because there's some major homo stuff going on.
A lot of it.
Some homo thoughts.
Did he sound like stoned while he was writing? Like, it's so deep the way he wrote.
I think he sounds ridiculous. He's
Yeah,
21 years. He's 21 here. I mean, he certainly sounds like a future president in a way, just the way he writes it. But okay, so he writes to Alex, and this is the weird thing is this is his girlfriend. Why is he talking to her like this? But he tells her that he has these homosexual fantasies, saying that he loves making love to men daily, but he only does it in his imagination.
Ew.
And
Come on, man.
No, if he's boo-fooing dudes in his imagination every day, there's no way he wouldn't at some point have a mudroom moment with somebody.
That bleeds out of the imagination.
Larry Sinclair in the back of a limo.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how credible Larry Sinclair is, but it seems like a weird thing to make up if it really was in Obama's brain all the time.
At 21,
if they spent any minutes together.
Think of the shit you were thinking of, and then you get a chance with a girl, you might,
Amen.
You're gonna try it.
No, I mean, all the sexual thoughts that were going through the male brain when you're between, 14 and 21. And then when that opportunity comes up, I mean, everybody has a mudroom moment at some point. Everybody has a Chris Watts, Trent Bolte mudroom moment. There's no way around that. And a lot of people probably blow up before it even happens.
Yeah.
But Obama then describes homosexuality as a way to detach from the present and potentially evade the recurring theatrics of earthly existence. What?
The fuck is he? That's what I mean. Like, is he on mushrooms?
No, I just think he's being really deep. He's admitting that he has some homo thoughts, but he's trying to be so deep about it.
God, he's so
Deep. The quote is, in regards to homosexuality, I must say I believe this is an attempt to remove oneself from the present, a refusal perhaps to perpetuate the endless farce of earthly life.
I agree.
I can't impersonate Obama, but he says exactly what they described. And then he was talking about he's exploring being androgynous, which is basically not being one sex or the other. And he says, my mind is androgynous to a great extent, and I hope to make it more so until I can think in terms of people, not women as opposed to men. Then he says, but in returning to the body, I see that I've been made a man and physically in life. I chose to accept that contingency.
Yeah, you didn't have a choice. You didn't
have a choice. I think he means I've chosen to be heterosexual like I'm supposed to be, so I've chosen.
What in the hell are you talking about?
I've chosen that contingency. Now, has Obama has he responded to this? Is anybody popping off about this?
I don't think so because
Not yet.
well, the World Wide Web.
Slow down. This seems like it'd be something to discuss pretty quickly.
Well, let me tell you why this is a bad story for him. It's a bad story for him because the Larry Sinclair allegations of the past, but what the World Wide Web does, specifically the right, they're very mean to Michelle Obama. There is a huge conspiracy theory that Michelle Obama is a man and has a
penis,
wiener and broad shoulders. Look how strong she is. And
It does make the relationship. It does make the relationship make a lot of sense.
Her real name is Michael.
I've seen some pictures with bulges. Just saying.
But that's
Oh,
what
I've seen pictures of her with a big cock. Honestly, I'm serious. And it looked. I mean, the picture looked fairly real. I knew it wasn't real, but. I mean, for a minute I could have been fooled if I didn't know who it was.
But it just piles on that narrative that Obama is a homosexual for some reason that people have been trying to prove for many years now.
Brandon, there's the other side that all they want, and people say they're pushing this on us, pushing this on our kid. This is a way to show that Obama was always ahead of his time and forward thinking.
Although he was not pro-gay marriage.
That's
correct.
Right. Not at first.
For a long time, which only goes to show all these politicians who are so pro-gay marriage now or pro-LGBTQ now.
They're pro
when the world wasn't pro, they were not pro. They just blow like the wind.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're very much pro what can get me elected.
Exactly. That's all they're pro. So anyway, that's a
official.
really weird story. But I saw they actually had the letter in the Daily Mail story, and I zoomed in. I, of course, exploded it because I thought there was a homo president basically exploding within the letter. I had to see it for myself. And one of the quotes I could read it there, and they said it was his handwriting. I mean, nobody seems to be arguing that this is not the real thing.
That's the thing this is a handwritten note, and so you're right. People would immediately come out and say, no, look at these D's, they're different. Look at that C curvature, that's wrong. So no, people are acknowledging that these are actually.
By the way, look how fancy schmancy his envelopes are, and his handwriting is so perfect.
He knows his cursive.
You can call me. What does it say at the beginning? I'm wondering what. You're precluded this letter. What did this?
Alex,
your call gave me a boost.
Oh, somehow a clutter of numbers and appointments and bills had gone over the last time I called you. Hearing your voice was like discovering the passage of a book. I wish Mark was here to read.
Were they talking about homo stuff before this letter?
Apparently, yeah, obviously.
I say he liked the conversation. They must have been talking about.
Sounds like it's all he talks about.
I got to ask a dumb question because I missed this part. Is Alex a boy or a girl?
Alex is a woman. His girlfriend.
Alexandra.
She was his girlfriend.
Okay.
But look how.
Even 14 April.
Yes, he gives the date. That his handwriting is awfully neat.
I want everybody to know when I wrote this gay letter. 14 April.
It's
His
very
handwriting-
straight.
It's very neat. It's tidy. It's
Some gay handwriting right here.
I'd say it looks. If I had to say it looks like anyone's handwriting, I would say it looks like my mom's.
I agree.
I'm not saying that because it's my mom's.
I
I'm
was
just
going to say
saying.
my wife's.
Yeah, it looks a little like my mom's handwriting.
That's what Kristen that's how she writes.
I've never seen a dude write a letter like that.
No, nope.
There's no dude that wrote no letter like that to me.
Well, that and
I hope not.
cursive is being phased out. I don't even know if they're teaching it to
Yeah,
children.
but my mom's cursive is different from my dad's cursive.
Okay.
My
Yep.
dad's cursive is a little more. It's just looks
Aggressive?
Yeah, it looks a little more aggressive.
Fucking manlier, man.
My mom's is very womanly. As is
Check out my
Obama's a
fucking
little bit-
penmanship.
Just saying, I'm not knocking it.
It's a little bit perfect.
It's just pretty gay. That's all. Doesn't matter. There's nothing wrong with that. And honestly, if it turns out Michelle's a man and he's gay, I don't care.
I mean, Michael.
Mike Obama.
How are you going to explain the children?
20-cent
okay.
stamp back then.
You know what I had not considered? Wait a second. I gotta get my phone.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck are the comments on this story?
Oh, boy.
Oh, look, all right, here's the first comment is, anyone who paid attention already knew this. Why is this news?
What? What?
Anybody who paid attention already knew this. Why is this news? Oh, gosh. Here's the next one. Everyone has known, so this is no surprise.
What? Wait, why are they saying that? Because that somehow makes it a smaller deal?
No,
If
it
we
just
act
goes to show you that
we
there's
already
been
knew
this
this, so
conspiracy
shut up
theory.
if you're going to say anything about it.
What else has been covered up for him? If this was Trump, the whole media would have been covering this 24/7.
What does she get out of publishing this now?
Sounds like Obama had gay wet dreams. Just saying.
It sounds like it. He acts like he was thinking about it all day. I guess he was preoccupied with these thoughts instead of keeping his eye on the vice president selling the country out to the highest bidder.
If he was a Republican, this letter would be on the front page of the New York Times.
Noting that the letter stuff happened during the time when Obama was at Oxy, OCC, Occidental. Who calls it Oxy? I hate this guy already.
hungry.
When he was well known to be putting in a token amount of effort towards study, preferring instead surfing and drug taking. Oh, so you take drugs and all of a sudden you have all these homo thoughts? I don't think so.
No.
Old news. All this came out in 07. The clown media just didn't report it.
Oh, he's right.
Wait. People saying old news, I figured those would be Obama-loving people who would say, this is old news, it's nothing. But
No.
it's the opposite?
It is the opposite.
Oh, okay. He seems more intelligent than I thought. Quite philosophical for a 21-year-old. Oh. What the hell does this have to do with anything he's done in the public sector? And then we have, wow, that explains a lot. Then, how embarrassing. Oh.
I know. I wonder what he's thinking right now. What is Michelle? How much shit is she giving him?
Oh, I bet she is just, if she has a dick, she's clubbing him with it right now.
Gotta have them ribs. And pussy too.
Blowing up.
Why? Just why is this supposed to be something we care about? How many of us have a secret that would shame us to our core? We should be outraged at the people who have made this news. Yeah, right. Not a fan of his, but she is clearly a piece of work. What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't get it.
She who, Alex?
Yeah. People are giving her crap for putting it out there. Why put this out there now? Why is she saying this? Why is she putting this letter out?
Yeah, why was this letter ever a part, redacted
It was part of his
somewhere?
record, and it was redacted, and it got unredacted for this project that someone was working on. I can't explain. All I know is you can't undo it. You can't undo the thoughts in his mind that he had to write this letter. He was just thinking homo, and you can't undo it.
I mean,
it's on paper, and now it's out.
The fact, not only did he think it, but he was compelled to write it on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
To a girl, to his girlfriend.
Exactly. I know. It's really, that's a really pretty brutally honest thing to say to a girlfriend.
Thinking about a guy.
He wanted a three-way, but he wanted a dude in there. He's trying to
There's
get it
got to
started.
be, yeah, Jim. Now that's a better angle than I've considered so far.
Planting a seed.
Yeah, he could be planting a seed with her to have a 2-dude 3-way. That would make sense. Why would he be telling her that otherwise? I would think that this is a guy. This is a guy who wants to be something. You know, Obama had big dreams at that point.
Yeah, at 21, he
obviously trusted her way too much, it seems.
I'm going to be a
She
president.
should have just ripped up the letter and thrown it away. Who saves letters like that?
No kidding.
Fantasies are just the fantasies. Everyone has them. Everyone. It's just that most people simply do not reveal their fantasies to others, especially their sexual fantasies. And while I'm not a particular fan of Obama politically, this particular revelation does not change my opinion of him one way or the other. Oh, you don't think you're not a particular fan of Obama? Then why would you be saying that? That's a lie! Designed to fool people. They love Obama. They're just saying that.
Yep. Every single one.
Listen to this one. Doesn't matter and probably makes no difference to anyone, but 41 years later, this is probably no longer just a fantasy.
That's right. I agree. He's had a lot of time to act on that fantasy.
Who cares? Oh, shut up. Then why did you care, or you wouldn't have typed that in?
But it's more than one. He said he thinks about it often, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's
daily. He even said
recycling
daily.
Every day in his brain. He's got wieners going round and round.
So
Michelle Obama loved him. He loved him.
whoever went to Occidentals thinking like, I wonder if Obama, I walked past that guy and he was wondering how big my dick was.
Why does anyone need to know what Obama fantasized about when he was 21? I sure don't want to see any headlines about what Trump fantasized about.
God, I bet he wouldn't say he fantasized about that. What if a letter comes out with Trump saying the same thing?
This is bi-curious.
Listen to this one. Well, the chef story's been buried now. Can anyone confirm? Is this the second chef to drown? Someone else commented at the time there was another one in 2015 or 2016. That would be some coincidence if true. Oh, so he's having gay sex with the chefs?
Yeah,
and
that's
then
why he had him
drowns
killed.
them?
Yeah, he had him killed because he was
And Michelle?
He was sick of his butt. So
was
he
beaten
needed
up.
a new chef, quote unquote.
New butt.
Why would he write this down? Best if he had just kept his fantasies to himself. I wish I had known this before he ran for president.
They wouldn't have voted for him.
Apparently not. Apparently our first pride president. No wonder Hollywood and Wall Street loves him.
I love people.
It's becoming clear that election season is drawing near by the scramble to dish the dirt on everybody not of your own party who has or has had a high profile and worse, was actually liked. I can confidently say it will get much worse because politics is at rock bottom and the only tool left is to smear the opposition with as much dirt as possible, real or imagined. Yeah! In this case, real. Anything the media can do to ruin good people's reputations, and the media didn't do it. It's in this guy did it. Ruin good people's reputations instead of concentrating on the really dangerous issues of the day. Unless former Obama confirms it, I believe this is right and or left-wing fraud. Fraud? Who calls it fraud?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
You can believe what you want to believe.
Report fraud, DOTFTC.gov.
Since it bothers that person so much.